how to make the best rotisserie style chicken at home. Hello friends, I know we've all seen those really good looking rotisserie chickens at the grocery store and we're tempted to buy it, but today I'm going to show you how to make a chicken just like that at home, but even better, and you don't even need a rotisserie cooker. Hopefully I can talk. My name's Christina. I'm with eatingonadime.com. Welcome to my sister Carrie's kitchen. My sister Carrie and I are on a mission to teach real families how to make real food at home, especially on a budget. So today I'm going to teach you how to make the best rotisserie chicken at home without a rotisserie maker. I've linked this recipe in the description below, as well as everything that I'm using today. So if you have any questions, make sure you check out the description first. So first, let's talk about chicken because that's what we're cooking today. I'm going to use a whole chicken. It's about 4 to 5 pounds. So here's the deal. When you get it, it's going to have the gizzards and all the stuff inside. You want to remove it. It's really easy. You just open up the cavity and remove it. I've done that before the live. And then also, if the legs are sticking out a ton, you want to consider tying them back. Ooh, we're going to cook this on a roasting pan, or you can do a baking sheet with a wire rack. That's fine. My legs today are laying just perfectly under, so I'm not going to worry about tying them back today. Okay, so here's a close-up of my chicken. You see how the legs are not sprawled out. They're more under the breast. That's good. Sometimes you get them and the legs come out here. If that's the case, consider tying the legs together with kitchen twine. But since mine are good today, I'm just going to leave it as is. You want to put it on a roasting sheet or a baking sheet with a wire rack on there, which is what I'm using today. First, preheat the oven to 450 degrees Fahrenheit. Now we're going to make the seasoning mixture for our chicken. So this is the mixture we've used time and time again, and it works perfectly every time. Start out with a teaspoon of garlic powder, a teaspoon of onion powder, 1 teaspoon of dried thyme leaves. So you want to make sure you're using the thyme leaves and not the ground thyme because it's a little bit more potent. So make sure you're using the leaves. A teaspoon of salt, and then just a half a teaspoon of black pepper. Then just mix to combine all the ingredients. We like to mix it first and then rub it on the chicken to make sure that every piece of the chicken gets an even distribution of the seasoning. Okay, so once you're ready, oven's preheating, the gizzards and all that are removed. Go ahead and pat your chicken dry if it's got water on it at all. Mine was actually pretty dry just because I was getting everything ready for the video and he was sitting out waiting for me. I'm just using paper towels. That works the best in this case. Now that we've had them dry, we're going to add some oil to the outside of the skin. I'm using 2 tablespoons olive oil. I like to use a basting brush to rub it on. This is going to add a lot of flavor, help the skin get crispy, and it's going to act like our glue to make sure the seasoning on the chicken sticks to the outside of the skin. Now we're going to apply the seasoning mixture. So when I do it, I just sprinkle it on, and then I'm going to use that basting brush to kind of rub it around. And you can do this in waves if you want, just to give that skin the nice, delicious seasoning because it's going to have a lot of flavor. So just sprinkle it on and then take that basting brush and you can kind of move it around. And I like to kind of press it in and it makes sure that none of it falls off when it's cooking. Ooh, perfect. So you can see I just kind of evenly sprinkle it over top, and then you can use this to move it all around if you'd like. And it helps it stay on. That's it. Now it's time to get it cooking. We're going to bake it for 12 to 15 minutes at this high temperature to brown the outside. After the initial cook time, we're going to reduce this oven temperature down to 350 just so the outside of the skin doesn't get too brown. And we're going to let it cook for about an hour at this temperature. It's been cooking for about an hour. You want to check the internal temperature with a meat thermometer. Just stick it right into the center here. Try to get into the breast. There you go. And you want it to just be over 160. Mine's reading over 180, so he's definitely done. Now you're just going to pull it out, and you want it to let it rest for about 10 to 15 minutes. Okay, so let's move him on over to a serving platter. He's so pretty. I just like to move it over and then we'll get a piece sliced off. Look how perfect. Time for the moment of truth, guys. Let's cut into it and check it out. I want to just cut into the breast and see, look at that perfect, oops, I have to show you up close. Perfect, juicy chicken. So I went ahead and pulled a leg off so I could access and slice the breast meat on the chicken because that's usually the driest and I just want to try it out, see how it is. The flavor is perfect. And that's it. It's ready to serve, or you can remove all the chicken and use in your favorite chicken recipes that you would use when you bought a rotisserie chicken at the store. So when I cut this, I'm gonna link how I cut it in the description below, so check it out. I always remove the legs and the wings, and then you just cut the breast meat off the bone and then slice the breast meat, and that's it. I love serving this just as is because the flavor is amazing. It's the most moist, delicious chicken. You can serve it with your favorite potatoes, pasta, rice, salad, whatever you have on hand, and everyone's gonna love it. Thank you guys for joining me today. I hope I inspired you to make your own rotisserie chicken at home. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you never miss one of our recipes. Once you guys make this at home, leave us a comment on the actual recipe post itself. It's the easiest way to communicate to us, and we love hearing from you guys. All right, friends, I'm out of here. Thanks for joining me in my sister's kitchen. I will see you next time. And until then, don't forget, cook at home, even rotisserie chickens, by eating on a dime. Bye, friends.